Okay, that is... I didn't really consider this hero because she has definitely fallen out of the meta for quite some time. But this is a pretty damn good Drow game. Yeah, they're gonna struggle with finding CS on this Pango for sure, but...
You know, the last time we saw Take Care Mia play this Pango was versus Sustancia X, and they Bloodseeker silencered him. So he had a miserable time in the lane, but still had impact later. It took him a while. He had to get to a Lotus, had to get a bunch of items. Schofield.
Oh, he needs that bug cleared. Foul play, but Sakuchi, that will be first blood. Cook gets it with the blood grenade. Going a little bit too far forward there on that Shadow Shaman.
How they changed it to where it does affect...
Does it? I mean, the damage doesn't feel like it does.
I think the armor is now... The armor of the people who are being splashed does come into play. Shackle. Hex? Is it enough?
Oh, they're going to be able to bait, maybe turn around here. The Swarm is doing a lot of work here to Whisper, and yeah, he's dead. JP with a nice bait gets the kill.
Level 1 Shackles. Level 2 Shackles. Does some damage, but not quite enough. Maybe he's stuck around too long. He did cancel the
shock.
salvage.
Oh my god. Dude, the foul play, my least favorite ability in all of Dota, nets Schofield a kill there, and before he dies as well.
And then blood grenade to cancel Cook's salve now.
Love it.
Yeah, that ultimately led to his death. Unlucky on that sentry placement for Weaver there. Take care, Mia. We looked away for a little bit,
damage,
and
he's
still having a miserable time.
Yeah, Tusk should be able to clean this up, and does. And he obviously wants to give the kill over there to the Drow, but only so much you can do. But yeah, I mean, this is like 70% already of this tower's HP as the catapult dies, and Lala will get the full reset here, of course. That being said, KJ actually trying to drag the wave away here, as it will be a kill against the Tusk, goes the way of the Death Prophet. Oh, Unka, level 6 out from Whisper. Yeah, he should. Oh, off the mark with the Torrent. It was on cooldown, but Sakuchi, very long cooldown in these early levels. And Whisper will just run down the Weaver, get that solo kill, and push himself to basically level 7. Just one more creep. Oh, this is a very good start for the offlane Kunkka. Again, it's like this is just a winning lane for him into that Weaver, and there's not much that the Weaver can do about it. They did actually get some kills, right? But it's going to cost a lot. Nice toss back Snowball. And gonna pull the Drow to safety, but will try and just TP on out. Do they have the damage? They don't. KJ, great sacrifice play from himself.
Really well done. Exorcism is up in 10 seconds though, so you gotta bring some heroes down here if you want to keep this bottom tower alive, or force them mid. Threatening Slade in here.
Schofield, come on, bro. Mid-attack wind up from Analog to get the kill. He's like, I'll just aftershock that. That's fine.
You never know. I couldn't risk him getting away.
Maybe it missed, you know? Maybe it was going to miss.
They might be rotating in, man. We can't hang around forever. Look, here they are. Right. It was worth it.
Schofield will die for his transgressions. Analog on his way top to try and push that tower. Bottom lane, they do find the Pango, but a nice TP out.
Everyone's just TPing out so far. Weaver can do the
this
same.
guy is so dead. Yeah, the Kunkka X boats normally, as we saw last time, wouldn't be enough damage, but you add an amplify damage Timber Saw into the mix. The Kunkka X boats.
Yeah, this with the
Dude,
Death
Schofield
Prophet,
level 8. What in the? He's almost level 9. What did he do? What has Schofield been doing this game? That's why you had to take that kill
in the mid lane, dude. This is why.
What in the world is this?
Rotating in.
I mean, this Kunkka is just gonna boat this hero. He's dead. They're gonna look for more. Sladen nearly one-shot by the Timber Saw. You'll be able to toss away to Kunkka, but the snowball in to close the gap. A Walrus Punch to find the kill. 2 quick picks here for Heroic.
So now there's 2 heroes you got to be really scared of. Drow too, I suppose. Maybe Gusty from Fog of War in the trees or something.
Oh, I hear an X-Bone. They're going to be able to grab that Weaver like you mentioned. And that will be the completion of the Blink Dagger now for the Shadow Shaman. Yeah, I think they buffed it quite a few times, though, to make it actually good, though. KJ.
It's done, man. Or
he knows that there's a ward there. There's going to be a nice grab onto the Drow. Ice Blast does not connect, though. And Death Prophet, well, you're underneath the tower. There is an X-Boat to finish the job. And KJ, he will live just barely. I don't think anyone's working on like a Yules or anything, so Analog's Ags should be pretty much uncontestable for a while. A smoke up from Heroic. They're going to be able to walk down here. They find Lala the blink, but the X catches him just in time. The snowball is there. Here comes the Ice Blast. It's going to connect, but the rest of the team has already left. However, Schofield will find Slayton, drops the wards into a shackle, and Analog will finish the job.
He's got to finish the Orchid before the Deso is done, still at this rate. Like, this is insane how fast.
He went back for Dragonlance.
Like, how fast Whisper's farming, but then how rough of a game this Weaver's having.
It's a really nice Rolling Thunder. Ice Blast's going to come through. It's going to be able to connect, but it doesn't hit the Shadow Shaman. And well, Timbersaw's got an Aghanim Scepter, so that's going to buy him a lot of space. Snowball will be able to survive for the moment, but Lala is in so deep. Yuma just finished his Aghanim Scepter, so the Hypothermia stacks are there, and nobody is escaping the hands of Heroic now. I think Whisper's holding his hand across. KJ here in the bottom lane to get the Vessel out. Lala's coming in. Oh, that is not ideal. Stuck inside the wards. Drown will get tossed, but the damage, it's done. Schofield will get the foul play proc, but will shatter here to the Ice Blast in just a second. KJ, well, gonna get brought down here by Take Care. Just managed to finish the job here with the Rolling Thunder. Gets another Spirit Vessel charge, and that might allow him to get a little bit more work done here. For more on the backside, it will just be an X into the boat. Cook respawns back into the grave, basically. But Analog continuing the chase, trying to find this Pangolier, but will not connect quite yet.
Got the first BKB at a Whisper, too.
Oh boy, that is an X into the Torrent with an Orchid and Analog.
Damage.
Yeah, it is overwhelming the amount of damage they have. And now they will go for Roshan. Ice Blast is up. You're definitely not going to be able to contest this.
And she has Aegis. You have to do it twice. Yeah, and the BKB. And the Hurricane Pike. Also, Blink saves from her support because they're so rich. It's
Lala
so
is in Danger Town here. Popped his BKB mid. They saw him on the bottom just for a moment. He walked right into the Timbersaw. You commit the BKB on the Timber for this, but it's worth it.
Timber's so tanky, he just tank on the front as well. You know, play it extra safe. You even have X Mark. Right? Just keep repeat casting that, let her walk up, hit it. There's still no Yules on anyone on Intimate. KJ, position 5, 3v1 here. Not dying instantly. I mean, that's just,
my goodness.
That's where the game's at.
Nice Rolling Thunder there, though. They might still get him. He doesn't have much left in the tank. Gets for the Glimmer Cape, but they almost get the Shadow Shaman as well. He will finally die. 2 heroes dead on the side of Heroic, but now comes the cores of Heroic, and you need to run. BKB is available here for JP. Gonna get caught from the X, pulled back. Yeah, BKB's too late. He's forced a time lapse now as well. Sakuchi in 1. The damage from the Drow. Nice dodge here for the second, but the chase continues, and they do manage to get the kill. Great call there from Whisper to just instantly pull back the X.
Drow's now gonna finish mid tier 2 while her team's cutting the bottom wave to get that in. Timber actually bursting Lala down to half.
He's trying real hard not to BKB.
At any point you can BKB and TP out. You might need to do it soon.
He is trying
it might be
so
too
hard.
late.
Well, with the tiniest damage, it's definitely damage, but Timbersaw also has BKB and Ags available, and he's going to try and find kill. No detection at the moment, but here comes Drow Ranger. Just a couple auto attacks, nearly takes down Cook. Ice Blast not going to connect. Oh, it does actually. She's going to have to BKB Be careful, Lala will end up dying in the process, and she will TP to safety.
I mean, the top spot, maybe not, but it would still be really fast. Like a 30-minute Divine Rapier beyond the leaderboard.
Ooh, Walrus Punch. I don't know where. On the way back side of the fight, they just completely isolate Lala. He's dead. They managed to take down Cook as well. He did manage to secure the Ice Blast, but you need to be careful. BKB now out from the Weaver. JP trying to just go toe-to-toe here with this Drow Ranger. He did get force-fed a Mango, or a Lotus there from the Tusk, just to try and help him survive, and it works. Weaver, Sakuchi's down to the low ground. Bugs are out. KJ, he wants to get this kill. The dust is still there. He's going to go for the teleport, but they got the vision. There's the Walrus Punch. The damage in from Analog is going to be enough. Don't worry, guys. I'll give us some utility. I'll keep the Orchid. The best Heroic just going to start walking into the enemy high ground. He just gets a quick Hex here onto the Pangolier that will be able to force the roll up into the Rolling Thunder. They get the Kunkka. Yep, they just deleted the two heroes. The Cleave nearly one-shots the Pango, and now as they look for more, Kunkka will just TP out as the Exorcism comes through. Death Prophet not going to be as lucky, though. The damage from the Drow plus the help from that Tusk is going to be a little overwhelming. Triple kill now for Analog, as they did buy back on the Tiny.
He's got two Divines. He sold the Orchid.
He did sell the Orchid. I love this.
You got to give him the Aegis, right? Drop the boots or blink for Aegis. Half of DP's health. I didn't even see if that was a crit or not.
I don't think it was. All right, Rolling Thunder here onto the Drow. What a shards. Now they will connect on the Ice Blast, but Tiny is dead. Analog just keeps one shot. Oh, there it is. You got it. Finally. The one shot onto the Ancient Apparition. Whisper gets the kill. Lala with a BKB, but the Drow does not care.
Can we get a replay of that?
Oh my god. We finally got it.
After that.
We waited.
They waited
rewarded.
too. They were like, oh, come on, guys. We got to stick it until he gets the one shot. It'll be funny.
Good
All right,
stuff.
well done to Heroic. The double Divine was a great.
Incredible game, Heroic. Near flawless performance across the board. They finished the game with only 14 deaths, 12 of which are the supports, which is one of those things where you're just like, okay, perfect. Yeah, our supports did everything they needed to do. I am curious if he will actually run Stoked or not, because I've seen nobody take this facet. I think some people tried it initially and then realized that they were killing themselves every single time they pressed Firefly. The heroes that we saw, like, he was going to have no lane into a Kunkka at all. Like, you just can't play Weaver into a Kunkka. Like, that lane's impossible. Cook used the shards to block another pull here, and this will just be first blood into the hands of Whisper. Oh boy, here we go again.
Rubik's pretty good at double stacking, so I'm sure Whisper will be set up for a lot of success. Axe has been nerfed. I don't know if it's as necessary.
Uh-oh, Whisper. Uh-oh, Whisper gets some heals, but isn't it enough? They killed JP first. Oh, no. But now he is dead. He is going to have to walk back to... oh, no, he can TP again.
Yeah, won't miss too much except for the fact that, you know, you get killed first, which is always a bit of a pain. AJ, cutting it kind of close. Oh, support's playing it close. Can he find it for the hit?
Yeah, he'll get it. I'd also like to point out that Sladen gained like an extra 40 to 50 health during that Shadow Realm.
Doesn't die though.
Mid lane, they will get to Analog. Oh, from downtown, and Lala, he's gonna keep looking for more. Sleepwalk.
I was just gonna try to steal the Wisdom Shrine off of this. Nice sharp block. Ooh, okay, good telekinesis left to take him out. Otherwise, I think he would steal this shrine.
Yeah. Well, Cook gonna give up a kill here. Trying to go for a snowball to the camp, maybe aiming for a deny.
Help me, Centaur.
Wait, the Centaurs just ignored him. They're like, what do you want?
That's interesting. I'm surprised they didn't aggro at all. It must have something to do with being hit.
People are picking up Dragonlance first, but Dragonlance and just holding it, and then going for like a Witchblade, and then going back for the Hurricane Pike, but Hurricane Pike is pretty much first 2 items on this hero almost every time. Bottom lane, Whisper taking a lot of damage here. In comes the Dawnbreaker as well. They do manage to finish the job. JP will get the kill. A 1-for-1 with a 4-hero rotation. Overall, Infamous having a pretty good start to the game, though.
I think you get an 11 Spirit. Is that the play? You just don't use it the whole game?
Dude, can you imagine? You just take a fight of 30 spirits. They get on top of Whisper. He gets the Blade Mail. That is a lot of return damage. They'll be forced to time lapse in. Dark Willow taking down that Bane as well. Schofield on their own. The Sakuchi just barely gets outside. Sakuchi again. He's making them work for it. And now with the rest of the team coming in, they're going to try and see if they can clean up the supports on the backside. Silence out from Analog. Yuma doing some damage here as well. There's going to be the Exorcism. They get the damage out, but the Fear will send Analog the opposite way, and Yuma is left alone here to try and fight this one up. Lala getting chased here by the Spirits. His own teammates betraying him. Some of them are invisible, it looks like.
They better be invisible, otherwise he's being cheated. There's like 5 Spirits. Where are they all?
If you have the Dark Willow and the Tusk, you probably have enough CC to go for a play like that. Death Prophet's Aghanim Scepter, I think, just finished. They're going to find the Tusk on the bottom side. He signs the lasso, but a Fiend's Grip canceled by the Terrorize. Can they bring down this Batrider in time? They do, but the Death Prophet is enormous now. Tons of spirits being thrown out. They will TP out on the Willow, and they will use this to push down this mid tower right away. This Death Prophet is going, because this build does a ton of damage in the late game. Upside, silence onto the Weaver, and he is dead. Analog gonna try and chase here for Cook. Nice shards, though, will block him off, and he will survive. They're smoked up here on the bottom lane. Schofield has a Firefly. It's not the best ability, but they are looking for someone. Quick D-ward there from Cook, but Schofield with that Firefly actually makes it down to the low ground, and he's going to go right back up onto the high ground to get away from the Dawnbreaker. They get the lasso out from Lala, but he's cleaned up quickly. The Fiend's Grip trying to hold down some of these heroes for now. JP should be able to finish the job, but the Enfeeble is making his life so difficult.
Delivering the Lotus, I think you're going to have like 10 seconds to push, which is maybe all you need. Like a Butterfly Morphling, pretty high damage. But...
Oh, Dawnbreaker. He's gonna pop that Blade Mail, but there's about to be a lot of quills coming out here from Whisper, instantly popping the Crimson Guard, but we'll see if they can actually keep him alive as they dive under the tower. Yuma with the stolen Tusk. Snowball dodges the Starbreaker as all the Manta. This guy, he's just styling on him. They do get the lasso here onto the Rubik, but Eul's gonna buy him some space. Lala can't finish the job, he just Sakuchi's away. They will find 1 kill, but Weaver Sakuchi's right into a Fiend's Grip as the rest of Heroic.
They get a lot of farm, win some smaller team fights, big team fight at the end too, for 12 kills.
They're going straight to Dawnbreaker.
The surprise post-Aegis gank.
This is such a good kill. Like, Dawnbreaker, like you said, is the hero that counter-initiates, that joins the team. Anytime you're playing against Dawnbreaker, the best thing you can do is smoke and try and kill the Dawnbreaker, and then you get to play the guaranteed 4v5. Dark Willow gets caught there from that Fiend's Grip. Snowball tries to bail her out, but a great silence in from Analog will set up for an extra one. And that will be 3 dead very easily for the side of Heroic.
Every time you apply a napalm stack to him, he can shift his strength. So like as you do magic damage, he's just gaining more health than you can do on the Batrider.
Batrider is going to go the BKB, realizing kind of has to build it here. Schofield will get caught from the Tusk. A very nice find from Cook. JP secures the kill with the help of the lasso. They will smoke, go straight to the left side of the map here, knowing that the Rubik is down. This could be an opportunity for them to take a fight, but do you really want to fight into Whisper, into the Exorcism of all things? And well, with this, they're going to go straight for this one. Dawnbreaker survives, but to get on top of the Death Prophet, and she's dead. A massive win here. Heroic. I mean, I thought they were easily going to be able to stand their ground. So did they, and boy, were we both wrong. That is a 4-for-0 across the map and an enormous turn of events.
And I still think it's quite difficult to deal with Morphling if the rest of the team is sitting behind him, prepared to use Lotuses and maybe lift him out of there.
They get on top of the Death Prophet here. The Snowball tries to hold them over, but Analog is dead again. 70 seconds, they burn down the Bane. It's up to Whisper and Yuma now. They've got to clean up this fight. They did manage to get the Weaver. He has a buyback and a time lapse. There's going to be a buyback coming in from the Bane, and now that they have the Twin Gate, they able to just Fiend's Grip up the Dawnbreaker. Oh man, that hurts. The Bramble will lock down Lala. It will end up being a full team wipe as Yuma gets an ultra kill here on this Weaver. He has an Aegis for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, I guess you lose Megas there no matter what.
And now Yuma gets to roleplay as the Weaver, and Lala was not expecting the morph to initiate on him. He does get the lasso here. He's going to morph some strength, but I think he still gets the kill. Absolutely. He's too strong. He'll just Sakuchi away. And Whisper, well, he's been toying with some heroes. Oh my gosh, JP gets like 4 shots. Okay. I guess one of the benefits of this Weaver, especially once he has the shard, if he hits you with Sakuchi, you're dead. He dies to the Croaker. Call of the Tendrils. GG comes out. Heroic will take game number 2, and they finish this series off very cleanly.
I gotta say a better showing from Infamous at least. This one, the lane started better. They did struggle after that though. Had a couple good fights, but Heroic does close it out.